In March of 2012, we started a video series that would last for 110 episodes. In it, we took a single family, the Dunkeld family of Scotland, and grew it to such prominence that by the end of the campaign, she controlled all of Western Europe and Northern Africa. And here we are now, brand new in the new year, and we're going to try and attempt the same thing one more time. Except this time, we're going to take this family, go through the entirety of the campaign of Crusader Kings 2, and then export that file into Europa Universalis 4 for one grand paradox mega campaign. Welcome everybody to Crusader Kings 2. As always, I am your host, J Square John Jeremy, and guys, I am so excited to showcase this with you here today. There's been a lot of thought behind this, a lot of pre-planning. I've been waiting, I've been patient. I've picked up all the downloadable content for the game just because of the fact that I feel that this game is a game that deserves every bit of money that you can throw at it. Seriously, I've played this game now for over 500 hours, and I still feel like there's so much more left to do in this game. It's my favorite game of, I would say, at least the past 5 years, and it's in my top 5 for sure. So let's go ahead and showcase exactly why that is. First, again, I just want to verify content that you guys can see right here. Every single bit of it is purchased and active. Yes, including the Sunset Invasion. So we definitely have some surprises in store for us a bit later in the campaign. But let's go ahead and take a look at single player. The first thing that we can see right away is that we actually start in a different time period. You see, the original time period that you started in Crusader Kings 2 was Stamford Bridge, 15 September 1066. Now, with the release of the Old Gods downloadable content, you can now start in 867, almost 200 years prior. And as you guys can see, the map of the Old Gods in 867 and the map at Stamford Bridge, way different as far as gameplay is concerned. There's a lot more unity and structure. I know that's putting it mildly because even in 1066 you're not seeing much unity here. But compare this to this. A big difference here, guys. Much more chaotic. Definitely a lot of threats out there in the world. And now the question becomes, where will we be in this world? Where is J Squared going to play in his campaign of Crusader Kings 2? And I thought about this for a while I was on break. I even asked for suggestions. I got a lot of good ones. A lot of people suggested that I should play over here in the Iberian Peninsula because of the whole conflict here between the Spanish Catholics and the Muslims. A lot of people suggested the same for Italy because of the potential for conflict there. A lot of people suggested that I should be a Viking and try my hand at raiding, just like I raided back in the Game of Thrones mod. A couple people even suggested I return to Scotland, which was nice, but that wasn't going to happen. So my solution to all of this, to these great suggestions, is that in order to satisfy everyone, I have to satisfy no one. And I'm throwing myself out into the wind here because we are going to go ahead and start our campaign with a random character. Well, a random location. You see it down there at the bottom right of the screen. You can see the random character button. And what it's going to do is it's going to find ourselves a location to be in, and we could potentially play as that family. Now, I will use that button to find the location, but I'm going to create my own family. You see, House Jeremy deserves a resolution. For too long, we've played House Jeremy into so many different situations, but never seen it to completion. This time we will, and this time we will take the name Jeremy into Europa Universalis 4. But before we do that, I just want to talk a bit about a couple of the other options that you see here. Again, remember, the last time I played this game vanilla was back in June of 2012. A lot of things have been changed. First off, in the upper right-hand corner, you guys can see that they've now added republics. That was with the Republic DLC. You can see, obviously, that they added the old gods. You can play as a pagan now. You can play as a Muslim now. You can play as the Republic. You can now play, with the latest DLC, you can now play as the Jewish faith. And in the 867, there is one territory in the entirety of the map that is Jewish. But they're there. And all these things added new mechanics as well. So I'm really looking forward to showcasing them all with you, and I'm looking forward to learning them with you, because again, I've not played the majority of this downloadable content before. So this is going to be a new experience for you, and it's going to be a new experience for me. Down here at the bottom right, you guys can see a button here called Iron Man Mode. Iron Man Mode disables manual saves, and by doing so, you can then get Steam achievements. So here's the situation with Iron Man Mode. If I was just playing this game for fun, I would totally turn on Iron Man Mode, no problem. But I'm playing this game to record it as well, and to put it up on YouTube. And the dangers of doing that are actually quite substantial. Whether it be a game crash, a lost save file, a corruption when I'm encoding a video, you could lose a lot of footage that way. And by doing it in Iron Man mode, you don't get the opportunity to go back and re-record. You have to start from where you left off. And I think a complete game is more important than Steam achievements. So we're going to go ahead and leave Iron Man mode off. And finally, before we roll the character, I just want to go ahead and, because I like the saying in the bottom left, I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys to showcase exactly what the old gods is all about. How the little piglets would grunt if they knew how the old boar suffered. Those were the prophetic last words of the legendary Viking Ragnar Lodbrok as he lay dying in the snake pit of Northumbrian King Ella. In 867, the vengeful sons of Lodbrok and their great heathen army descended upon the petty kingdoms of Britain to make of Ella a blood eagle. Meanwhile, two other Norse lords, Rurik and Dyer, were carving out their own rival states among the Slavic and Finnish tribes of the East, laying down the foundations for what would one day become Russia. The old gods are still strong, and their warriors mighty. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and let's find out exactly where J Squared will be playing in Crusader Kings 2. I'm actually really afraid to press this button now, but we'll find out. Alright, we are a Count. Count Maengard of Cleve, House Billung in the county of Cleve. Here's Cleve. Alright, here we are. This is us. Lothringia. Okay. And we're under the control of King Lothar Carling of House Carling. Yes, directly. So, interesting in that we're basically in one of the most potential volatile regions possible. Because what you see right here, this whole area here, is basically Carling, and Carling. They're all under one house. And Carling. They're all under one house. So the House Carling. And House Carling, if you guys recall, is one of the most powerful houses ever. And right now at this point, they're about to reach their apex before hitting rock bottom. But the question becomes, what will happen now when we're thrown into the mix? I don't know, but I'm excited about it. So, we know that we're going to be here in Cleve. I think this would be Germany, modern Germany, perhaps? We would definitely be in the Holy Roman Empire, that I know for sure. And we are right across from the Rhine River. So I'm almost positive this is modern Germany. I could be totally wrong, but who knows? I don't have a map in front of me right now. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and change our character. See, we're not going to be Count Meghard of House Belung. No. We are going to be House Jeremy, specifically John Jeremy. We're going to go ahead and create our character right here. I love that mustache. Maybe I can make it a little longer. Mustache. Nope, I'm going to go with that mustache. We're going to be dark hair like this. Oh, yeah. Maybe I like the chin. I like everything else about this guy. He's good to go. His coat of arms. You sure? Well, can I change? Can't change that. Can't change that. And can't change that. Alrighty then. I'll go with that. Sure, why not? It's weird. Nope, changed it. Oh, now it's totally different. Ha ha ha. Oh well. Nope, don't want to throw that around. Okay, so let's just change this to a black. There you go, done. So, here in the ruler designer, which I've never actually, I don't think, showcased in the Vanilla Crusader Kings 2. I love the ruler designer, if only because I can do things like this. Create a character for myself to play in-game. Now, the question becomes, well, what kind of character are we going to create? And how are we going to create him? Here's what we're going to do. Right now, this character, John Jeremy, we're going to say that he's come to power based on, considering the situation that he's in, he's come into power based on his administration. So his house has been in control for some time. There doesn't seem to be any issue. There isn't much opportunity for warfare right now, so I don't think that war is a great option for us here. So why don't we go ahead and just be an indulgent wastrel. We were groomed to become good with money, and if good means spending it quickly, the indulgent wastrel certainly is. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. Why? Because I want to use the points, the age, I don't even know what you would call it, but basically this costs age, and I don't want to spend it on that. I want to spend it on traits, because I like traits. I think traits are a great way to describe a character, and I know others like to do it via the tabs here, like base, like increasing their base stats. I kind of like to do it through traits, if only because, again, I can go ahead and do something like, well, we could be stressed, we could be depressed. I think we're going to be wounded. And we're going to be, see, here's the thing. I would love to be a genius, but if I'm a genius, can I also be strong? So now we're at 75 just from these two these two traits alone. And I want to be a hedonist, just because I love to have the kids. And then we go ahead and take a look at this. So this is the, basically like your sins and, or your what's the word for it? Because I don't know, because I don't have any. Your virtues. Yes, that's the one. And we're not going to be virtuous at all. We're totally going to be like the worst guy around. Why? Because these are easy to get rid of. These are easy to change. And I want to be patient, because apparently patience gives you less. And I'm okay with this. We also want to be content, and we're going to be cynical, and cruel. And now we're back to 16. Look at that. Boom. Back at 16 just from that alone. And we've got our stats here. We've got our health. We've got our fertility. We are good to go. I'm okay with this, because it increases the chance that my line down the road will have, like, genius, will have strong. I can change these traits, and even if I wanted to, if we come across a special random option for these guys, we can change those too. That's John Jeremy. And that's who we're going to be starting with here. That's the founder of our dynasty. Hopefully, he won't be the last. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started with Crusader Kings 2 in 2014. Okay, so there are a lot of things that we need to do right away. First off, let's take a look over here at our county. Here we have Cleve. This is our character, Count John. This is our county capital, Cleve. Not very, We are part of the de jure Kingdom of East Francia. That's not good. Okay, so we actually, technically, should belong to this guy. Instead, we belong to this guy. Not a good situation for us to be in, especially when we've only just started. We've got one castle, one city, and one bishopric under our control. Let's take a look at our character here. So right now, we are under the control of King Lothair. How old is Lothair here? What's up with our ruler? Lothair is 31 years old. He is a naive appeaser, honest, diligent, craven, and wroth. Okay. He doesn't like us right now. Why? Because I'm a foreigner, and I am slothful while he is diligent. Okay. So, first issue, I'm a foreigner. He's Frankish, and I am German. So, really, I would love to be under King Ludwig here. King Ludwig the German is the guy I want to be under, because he's German too, and I want to be friends with the ruler who's not going to kill me, especially if you guys have seen the Twitch special that I did. So, definitely something to watch out for. Definitely not going to agree to be his anything ever. So that's that. Now we do need to pick an ambition, and as you guys can see up here, we do need to pick an ambition. We can become chancellor, which we're not ever. Our first ambition should be to get married. Easy ambition to do. And let's go ahead and find a wife for us as well. So down here, they've put the character button. It used to be up here somewhere. Then they put it down here. And now I'm going to go ahead and search for a wife. And if only it was this easy in real life, then I would have no worries. Ever. But let's see if we can find somebody who is good that is also of my culture too. I would love for that to happen. So who do we have over here? Anybody with good genetic traits. You are quick. I'm going to keep my eye on you. You are also quick. The base stats over here don't matter as long as you're quick. As long as you have the ability. And that was it. So now let's change it to not of my culture. Who's better? Anybody best? Oh yeah, look at this. You are attractive. You're quick. And you're of a house. You're pretty good. I want you to be my wife. Make it happen. Arrange a marriage. You're not going to like me. Because I'm a foreigner. Really? That wasn't an option. That wasn't an issue before. Oh, and your liege is also your lover. Well, that's a bit of an issue. Yes. No. Who's your, yeah, no. Not gonna steal. No. No, I'm not gonna steal my, my ruler's lover. Nope. All of my no. No, 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 no. What else do we have here? You're also attractive. You are quick. A Greek. I don't even think I can marry a Greek person right now. She would consider me a heathen. Oh, no, she wouldn't. And she would agree to the marriage, but she is a lowborn, so I would lose prestige that way. But she's definitely someone to keep an eye on. These are the ones I want. Genius. Genius. Frankish, Greek. You are an elusive shadow. You would be great to have as a Ooh. And my spy master sucks? Hey. Athanasia. Athanasia, would you like to be my wife? You would? Oh, Athanasia. This is going to happen now. Just want to make sure. We do. Scan. Anybody else? Anybody else out there? Going once. Going twice. And sold, Athanasia. All right. Well, I'm not sold. Nope. But now let's go ahead and take a look at our council here. Council is not that great. Not that great. Average. Average at best. Competent is the word they would describe them. I would describe them as average. So if you guys recall, we have a council here, and our council's job is to perform certain tasks that we assign to them. For example, our chancellor here can improve relations, fabricate claims, or sow dissent. And what are our relations like with our two vassals? They don't like me. Why? Because I'm a short reign, I'm slothful and cruel. Yeah. And he's just never gonna like me in comparison. This guy's also my court chaplain, though. Hey. You're also my court chaplain, eh? Improve religious relations with yourself. I wonder if you can do that. Talk to yourself. See if that actually works. Our spy master here needs to, because he sucks at everything, he can scheme, build a spy network, or study technology. And apparently, I've been wrong this entire time about where the best technology is. Somebody was telling me in the stream that I did for Crusader Kings 2 that the best technology is actually found in Africa, during this time period at least. I don't know where. Is it here, Sanusi? I was gonna say maybe. Not Fustat. I don't recall. Oh, why don't I recall this anymore? You're all yelling at you right now again. I'm just looking for something that looks familiar to me, and I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, which is unfortunate. But there's always Constantinople. I can always count on them. So you go ahead and study technology over there until my wife comes in. And we have a steward. And our steward here, we're going to have him go ahead and collect some taxes all the way back in my territory. And we have our marshal here. Now, the question becomes, do we have any claims on anybody? We do not. So we want to... We can train troops, or we can boost military attack. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we're not going to fight in a war anytime soon. Let's research military tech. Done. And our chancellor here. I wonder if I can just fight... Can I fight in... Wait, you're Prince Bishop. Oh. I do recall these territories where it's a priest or a religious figure that rules in those counties. Bit awkward. You have no ally? You have no ally. And you're also Prince Bishop. Tell you what. 493, 400. You're weaker. I am going to go and... Well, I'll improve relations here at home first, before anything else. Just because I want... Because now, with this latest version of the game, it is so important to make sure that your vassals like you. Because their liking you leads to a bigger army for you. And we'll get into that in just a little bit. Here we can see our county laws. We are agnatic, cognatic, gavelkind. And that is something I want to change right away. I hate gavelkind because I usually end up with lots of kids. And when you end up with lots of kids with gavelkind, it never ends well for your dynasty. So definitely something we want to take a look at. We're going to go ahead and max that out now because it just is automatic. Here we can see our technology here. Right now we're getting nothing. But it's changed from the last time I played this game in that you have to invest in certain technologies to get certain abilities. Like, for example, in castle infrastructure, you actually go ahead and click, I'm going to invest in castle infrastructure with my points. And then it goes ahead and unlocks the next stage in the tech. So in this case, it would be Stables 3, Castle Town 3, and Jousting Lists 3 if I invested in castle infrastructure. So I do like that, actually. That's a nice way of letting me figure out what I want to do with my points. Here we can see our military. All 234 men of it. And like I said, my levies aren't... my vassals aren't giving me any levies right now. Not cool. One, because this bishop likes the Pope, and two, because Gotthard does not like me, and the laws prevent him to. Why do those laws prevent him to? Oh, it doesn't prevent him. It just says, hey, normal levies. So, there's that. Here we have our intrigue. We have no plots available. And we probably won't do good at plotting because we're currently content, which kind of hurts you in the plot realm area. But there's also a couple decisions we can do here, too. We could demand a duchy from our liege. Pass our... yeah, no. We can convert to our liege's culture. So that wouldn't... would that? That would. That would change German to Frankish. And that would negate that foreigner penalty. I would no longer be considered a foreigner, but I have to have 50 prestige to do it. And I don't know if I can continuously change my culture as if I was to say, one day I'm Frankish, the next day I'm German, one day I'm Frankish, the next day I'm German. I don't know if it works like that. Let's see, invite holy men to court, noble, debutante, hold a feast, hold a summer fair, grand hunt. Now we can also go on a pilgrimage. Some faithful Christians choose to make a great pilgrimage at some point in their lives. The devout pilgrim is prepared to travel long distances in order to visit the holiest places of the faith. Now, it was recommended to me in that same stream that I should go do this like right now, and it would cost me 1 gold and 1 gold alone to do. So I guess I'll do it and see what happens. I've never done it before, so it's going to be a surprise either way. I shall go on a pilgrimage to seek God's grace at one of the holy places of Christianity. I will start making travel plans, so I immediately gain 20 piety. Okay, I'm okay with this. Next up, I can borrow 300 gold from Jewish merchants, on the condition that I owe them 350 to be paid back at my convenience. So for -10 church vassal opinion. So again, my bishop would not like me even more, but I can get 350 gold. I would like 350. I would like 300. It's 300 gold. I would like 300 gold because that means I can start my building earlier. I'll do that. So now I've got 341 gold. Let's find out what we're going to build now in my city. So we've got ourselves, we can build a fortification, a castle fortification, castle walls, a keep, militia training grounds, or barracks. I'm just going to go ahead and go with the castle walls here. And that's going to currently be built. And then I look at that. I've still got so much money left over here. Just in case. A just-in-case situation where I might need to pick up some mercenaries, which are available here in-game. I can buy them. So, a just-in-case situation, like I said. And next up, we've got our Factions tab. So, Factions were also an addition to the game after I played Vanilla when it launched, where it shows you what factions there could be in your realm from your vassals. So if your vassals, let's say, want one son to rule over another son, they can create a faction to do so. And then at the bottom, if you're part of a bigger realm, like we're a part of the kingdom of Lotharingia, you can start a faction or join a faction there. And there are a lot of factions you can join here, apparently. Seniority succession in Lotharingia, seniority succession in Burgundy, independence, King Louis of Italy for these places. I don't want to deal with any of that right now. I'm just worried about me. I just want to survive. Me. Just me, guys. And finally, you've got your religion. So right now, you've got Pope Nicholas and the Catholic faith. So Catholicism is one of the oldest branches of Christianity, and the one that has had the biggest impact on the history of Europe. The formal head of the religion is the Bishop of Rome, the Pope. The defining features in-game is that there will always be a Pope, even if Rome falls. The Pope can grant divorces. The Pope can grant the invasion casus belli. The Pope can excommunicate Catholic characters. Catholic rulers can set up anti-popes, and Catholic bishops may pay tax to the Pope rather than to their secular liege, which is what we're experiencing here today. And don't mind that music, I've just got the Songs of Yuletide DLC also active, hence why the game has decided to play that music. And we cannot appoint a successor because we do not have the free investiture law. Now, also in addition to the game is the College of Cardinals. In this screen, you can see the College of Cardinals. These are the ones responsible for electing a new pope among themselves when the old one dies. It's also who is likely to be given the cardinal. It shows them if a spot opens up. Every Catholic bishop in the world can be given a seat in the College of Cardinals. Every bishop has a score, which the Pope uses to decide who gets the open spot. The score is calculated from a wide range of factors, but you can also directly influence it by promising money to the Pope. This will make it much more likely that he will choose a bishop from your realm. Each cardinal has a single vote he can cast for who he wants to become the next Holy Father of the Catholic Church. The one with the most support is known as the Preferenatus, and is most likely to become the new Pope. So right now, the Preferatus is Cardinal Emione of Tuscany, but there's all these guys here. And the majority of them are also voting for Emione. They're also voting for other people too, like Canefrero, who's the court chaplain of Pisa. My best cardinal candidate is Ernst with 44 score. But the expected next cardinal is Landone with 547 score. Now again, I can put money into this guy's campaign. I ain't gonna do that right now, so you can forget that. I don't even know if that guy's gonna last long. Alright, and as you guys can see over here, we've still got our wealth, we've got our prestige, piety, domain. This is my holdings, my realm size, and then my score, 0. Hopefully that changes in the future, but not too quickly because I don't want to die. And that's when it changes, only when you die. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get started with Crusader Kings 2. There are a number of different holy places that you could visit on your pilgrimage. All of them are considered sacred by the Holy Church, but a somewhat closer destination might mean a safer journey. So I can either visit a holy site in the west, or I will go to one of the ancient sites, Jerusalem or Rome. Rome is not too far away. We could definitely go to Rome. Now, if it automatically picks for me, and if it picks Jerusalem, then we've got a bit of a problem. Because Jerusalem, the territory of Jerusalem right now, currently being held by the Muslims. And they don't take too kindly to people of a different faith. Nor do Catholics at this point either right now, though. Just saying. But I will go to one of the agent sites and hopefully be able to pick Rome. Jerusalem and Rome are the two oldest and most holiest places of the Catholic Church. I can either travel to the Holy Land or go to Rome and see the tombs of the apostles. I'm going to Rome. Going to Rome. And now my wife has arrived at my court, Athanasius. We can either gain 1 gold or 50 prestige. Going with the prestige here because right now we're still negative. Now, if I were to die, the king would take over. And I want to avoid that, both death and the king taking over. So I need a son very quickly. So I've fulfilled the ambition to get married. Now I have a new ambition here. That's to have a son. Now, my problem now is that I'm going away on a pilgrimage. Not going to be around. So, bit of an issue there. On the flip side, I'm now going to remove my current spy master and appoint my wife. Because why not? And I'm going to have her build a spy network. Because I don't need to worry about that sort of stuff. So we're gonna build up a spy network here in Cleve. I was gonna get any technology from the Byzantines anyway. I'm not that lucky. Let's continue. There is a new faction now, the elective succession faction. Just want to keep an eye on that. You can see at the bottom of the screen, there's a lot of things popping up. Alright, my things are packed, everything is in order. Soon I will walk the streets of the Eternal City and see all its marvels. My journey begins! And my wife has now been appointed as my regent. Hopefully my wife likes me. And here we have King Ludwig. King Ludwig says, I have decided to institute the limited crown authority law in the kingdom of East Francia. Since this is a crown law, and you are a formal elector of East Francia, you may vote, even though you are not my vassal. Yet. Hey, don't look at me. You're German, I'm German, we're buds. Let's go ahead and approve this limited crown authority. Oh, King Ludwig II for Burgundy now. It's a bit of an issue. There is war. There is war. There is war happening in Europe. Let's just keep an eye on this. So there's an independence faction going here right now. Where are you going to war? So Italy, East Francia, and West Francia are attacking the Sawadinid Emirate for Bari. Wherever Bari is. Where's Bari? Bari. Oh, it's in Italy. Alright, makes sense. Okay. Oh, man. You lay awake at night reflecting on your pilgrimage. It's an inner journey as well as a physical one. But can you be sure of which destination it will take you to? And do you even want to have that certainty? You can say the mind wanders where it will. Alright. So one of 6 options will happen. 10% chance of us losing the trait hedonist. Not bad. It's not horrible. And then we gain the trait of scholar. No matter what, we would lose the trait of hedonist. If we were to get scholar, mystic, or poet. Okay. A 10% chance of us getting zealous, and a 10% chance of us becoming depressed. Or we can just say, nah. The mind wanders where it will. Let's roll the dice. Nothing happened. Of course nothing happened. Oh, and we have now raised all of our levies. Did we just join that war? We did. We did just join that. Now it's Italy, East Francia, West Francia, Bavaria, Lotharingia, and Aquitaine. The entire House Carling is now going after the Muslims in Italy. Good to know. Rome. You have finally arrived at Rome. As you enter the Eternal City, you are struck by the many ancient buildings and monuments that you pass by. It is truly impressive, and you try to imagine how the apostles felt when they first came here on their holy mission at a time when the city's power was at its peak. Though large areas seem to be depopulated, the city still boasts an impressive population concentrated around the Tiber River. The holy sites you want to visit are primarily the basilicas of St. Peter and St. Paul, as well as other early churches and places connected to the martyrs. You start making your way to the center of the city, hoping that you won't get lost in traffic as the crowds start to get more dense. 1,000 roads lead men forever to Rome. I like that. It's nice. Nice touch. Oh God. So far from home, all alone, and so many lovely people in the same situation as me. It's a great opportunity for some fun, isn't it? What's the harm? Or, that's not what I'm here for. Well, let's think about this here for a second. We barely got married. We barely spent a week with her. And then we went on a pilgrimage. Not exactly the best of marital situations for us to be in. On the flip side, if we become chaste, we could lose an opportunity to get some children. That's not what I'm here for. And we're okay. No chaste. We're good. You have finally returned from your pilgrimage. It was a rewarding and interesting journey, and you'd do it all again if you could. Still, it's good to be back home. A great experience. We gain 30 piety, and we gain the trait Pilgrim, which gets us plus 0.1 monthly piety. Good. Does that mean I'm home now? The Regency for Count John has ended. I am home, and I'm going to call that an episode here, guys. We've started our grand campaign here in Crusader Kings 2, slowly but definitively. We want to make sure that we've got all of our ducks in a row before we try and do anything crazy here. Remember, we're in an interesting situation. We're already in a war, although it looks like we're not going to have much effect to it. In the meantime, we're going to bide our time, prepare, and start to eat away at those that would attempt to hold back the growth of House Jeremy. Until next time, this is J Square John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.